Petra unveils wireless HQ, LTE devices to skyrocket, Facebook warns against employer access, Siri users are hard to impress, and why you should start building apps now. I'm Kaylee Moscow, Web Marketing Coordinator with Petra, and it's time for the Petra 5 in 5. I've found the 5 hottest electronics news stories of the week, and I can't wait to share. With the wireless market continuing to grow, Petra is making shopping for wireless accessories easier than ever with the newly launched Wireless HQ store within the Petra website. Visit petra.com/wireless to shop all of the must-have wireless add-ons. From cases and covers to Bluetooth accessories, it's all easy to find in the Wireless HQ. Be sure to check it out today. Consumers are expected to truly embrace 4G technology this year, with LTE phone shipments predicted to grow tenfold to reach 67 million units in 2012. According to Strategy Analytics, operators including Verizon Wireless, NTT Docomo, and SK Telecom will drive growth in the US, Japan, and South Korea, with phone manufacturers including Samsung Electronics, HTC, LG Electronics, Nokia, Motorola Mobility, Pantech, Fujitsu, and Apple all expected to dominate the market. That's right, even though they don't even have an LTE phone yet, Strategy Analytics expects that they will include the functionality in their next version of the iPhone. While a big jump from 6.8 million units to 67 million units does represent huge growth, it only boosts LTE-equipped phones to a 10% share of the smartphone market, with 650 million smartphones expected to be sold in 2012 overall. While LTE speeds up the user's phone, consumers will still have to deal with shortened battery life, increased device weight, and higher cell phone bills due to the high data consumption with the switch. And hey, remember the new Petra Wireless HQ that I just told you about? It has all of the hottest accessories for all of the latest smartphones, so be sure to hop on over there and grab your share of add-ons for those 650 million new phones. A recent business trend that involves employers asking employees or job applicants for their Facebook login credentials has Facebook speaking out. The company says that businesses should not open themselves up to the legal implication of asking for the information, and users should likewise not pass out the information, due in part to Facebook's user agreement. According to Facebook's Aaron Egan, the site's chief privacy officer, quote, "The practice undermines the privacy expectations and the security of both the user and the user's friends. It also potentially exposes the employer who seeks this access to unanticipated legal liability," end quote. Going on to say, quote, "If an employer sees on Facebook that someone is a member of a protected group, for example over a certain age, that employer may open themselves up to claims of discrimination if they did not hire the person," end quote. On the job seeker side, the risk factor goes far beyond future employees seeing their Spring Break 01 pictures. It's against Facebook's terms of service to share a password, stating, quote, "You will not share your password, or in the case of developers, your secret key, let anyone else access your account, or do anything that might jeopardize the security of your account," end quote. Facebook is even threatening legal action against those who violate the agreement. They aren't the only ones concerned about the practice, as 2 U.S. senators have asked the Attorney General to investigate the legality of the action, questioning whether they are in the violation of the Stored Communication Act, which gives privacy protection to online communication, or the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, which prevents unintentional access to information on a computer without approved authorization. Apparently, some users of the much-hyped Siri voice-activated assistant of the iPhone 4S aren't as jazzed about it as Apple is, with only 55% of users identifying themselves as happy with the feature, and 9% going so far as to identify themselves as dissatisfied, according to a survey conducted by market research firm Parks Associates. The survey found that 87% of iPhone 4S users use Siri each month, and while Siri offers robust controls including setting alarms, creating calendar events, sending meeting invitations, and more, a surprising third of users only use Siri for making phone calls, searching the internet, and driving. There's some distrust among users. 35% of Siri users say they would never use it to schedule meetings, 32% say they would never play music using Siri, and 30% would never send an email with the feature. Of course, it's not all detractors, with 26% of users saying they send emails through Siri daily. At least one consumer, Frank Fazio, is even suing mad about Siri's, quote, "false and misleading" advertising, claiming he found Siri unable to perform as advertised. Fazio says that the commercials for Siri misled him into buying an iPhone 4S, and he and others with him are suing Apple over it. According to the complaint, Fazio cannot get Siri to behave as it does in the commercials, with it unable to replicate the same commands, unable to understand his requests, as well as having longer wait times than represented. In fairness, while Apple commercials do show Siri as being snappy to respond, they also carry the disclaimer that sequences are shortened. So some love and some hate for the new feature. Or in Big Bang Theory terms, you're either a Raj or a Kripke. If it doesn't inspire you to start working on an app, Nothing will. Zynga has acquired OMG Pop, maker of the addicting mobile game Draw Something, for a reported $180 million. While Zynga didn't comment directly on the deal's financials, the newly released S1 in connection with the company's secondary offer confirmed the number. The deal is Zynga's largest to date and its second big purchase since 2010 when it bought New Toy Inc., the publisher of Words with Friends, for $53.5 million. While the Pictionary-style game that asks users to draw and their teammates to guess images ranging from Iron Man to crabs was launched a mere 6 weeks ago, it has been downloaded more than 35 million times. With the game's popularity continuing to soar, I recommend stocking up on Styli, which can be found on the Petra site. You can only draw so much detail with your pointer finger. That's your Petra 5 and 5. Have a great week, and we'll catch up with you next time for more hot industry news.